What's that?
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
No, we can't even do that.
Even that?
Oh, no, you could do that. You want to continue it?
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da-da-da.
That's the like cafe days.
Da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
It'll be a minute before the show. Tony, get the instrumental ready.
And I gotta skip through the commercials.
Welcome everybody to season 3, episode 10 of the Fantasy Guys. We are officially live. Looking forward to a great show today. We are here and we're 4 deep today. First of all, let me go ahead and introduce everybody that's in the building. Shout out to the little big bro Yusuf Thabez in the back.
We started with a pause.
Wow, there's already one. What did I say?
Yeah.
Yusuf in the back.
No. Four deep.
Oh, okay. There you go. Tony's been itching for it, man.
Tony,
Tony's been itching for the pauses.
That don't count?
All right. Borderline. Shout out to Yusuf. He's over there in the back doing his thing. And then to the right of me, you got big bro Moti. He's here and he's in the building. To the left of me, you got Tony. On time, Tony. Tony's actually always on time. Yeah. He definitely.
I didn't set my clock back. I actually thought I was late.
And then our guest for this week, is Bosch, aka Mr. 3020. We got to let people know how we feel about him, by the way, Yusuf.
I love that guy.
Yeah, shout out to Mo Sufi. All right, that's Mo Sufi's line right there. Shout out to Bosch. He's in the building. Like I said, fresh off of his 30-20 game. Tony, is that anything new, by the way, for Bosch?
30-20? Nah,
Yeah.
that's
A normal week.
Yeah.
Mashallah.
He's on to the next one.
Listen, rumor has it, he was going into the game, it was like, I had to step up. He knew he was going to come on the show this week, so he knew that the stat line was going to have to be posted and remember. So shout out to Bosch.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate him. He's in the building. Like I said, we're about to go live. We're going to talk all things fantasy football, NFL football. We might even throw in some LOL League in there too. But before we continue on, got to make sure that you follow us on all of our socials. You have YouTube, Oz Media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok under Oz Media. You can listen to our shows later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. If you want to call in, we usually have a weekly Nader call in. The number is 313-306-1750. Again, 313-306-1750. Shout out to all of the sponsors. We appreciate them and their support. Of course, you have the Balkan House, Juice Box, Qahwah House, BC Adhesives, Specialty Medical Center, Hanley International Academy, and Unique Coney Island. Yusuf, we're going to start off with Unique Coney Island. We appreciate Sambo, Nate, Big Nasty, and everybody over there at
Shout
Unique
out
Coney
Sambo.
Island. Sambo all day. And then we are going to start off the show. So shout out to Unique Coney Island.
All right, Yusuf, I'm looking for a place for some unique food.
It sounds like you're trying to go to Unique Coney Island.
It sounds like you're right. Unique Coney Island is famous for their original unique pita, homemade chicken lemon rice, unique chicken qalaba, shawarma, gyro, and much more. They also now have a rewards program where every 100 points you get $7 off your next meal. They currently have 2 locations, one in Sterling Heights and one in downtown Detroit. So if you're looking for a place that has unique foods, be sure to stop by Unique Coney Island.
Moti and Tony over here were debating the pause segment that Tony just had earlier.
There's rules to this.
Yeah, me and Tone, man, we always debate, man. It's always a friendly debate.
There we go. All right, so I'm just checking in. So first of all, as you guys know, there's a game in Germany. The score is 21-0. KC's up. Miami has the ball, and I think they're around midfield with about 7 minutes remaining. So that game is unless Miami scores, it's not looking too well. But Bosch, talk to us, man. Let's do some quick LOL League talk while we're here, and then we can move on. Like I said, you're fresh off a 30-20 game. You're in the 30-plus league, if I'm correct. How's that league looking? What's going on? Because I ain't gonna lie to you, I don't know if y'all have another group chat or something because I haven't seen any messages or anything that's going on. What's up with that league? What's popping?
No, man, that league is fun, man. Joe Bezzi went and recruited a couple more guys from the gym and brought some talent. It's been really good, man. It's a free-for-all. I can't say there's a strict favorite. Team's gotten better. The competition got better. We relocated. We were initially supposed to be in Frontier, Hamtramck, and we had a little
incident
hiccup over there.
Yeah,
I wouldn't even say it was an incident, man. I would say just an unfortunate hiccup over there. Unfortunately with one of my teammates. But we decided to move to Dearborn Academy. Little friendly rims, nice court, and it's been good, man. I mean, we playoffs were supposed to start this week. Scheduling something happened, so hopefully next week playoff start, man, and it's gonna be exciting.
All right, there you go. And where's your team at in the standings? If you don't mind sharing that.
No, not at all, man. I think we're second.
Okay.
We're right there
Who's in first place?
in the hunt. I think it's Hussein and Mo Abduraba's team.
Nice. That's a
Yeah.
good combination right there.
Great
Hussein and Mo.
combination, man. I know this is your second time at it.
Tony on that team too, right?
He's on that team as
Oh,
well.
okay.
Yeah, I know last
Solid.
year, man, they looked good. They went all the way to the championship, fell short. It was a tough game, man, and they're looking to go back.
Because they saw they needed a missing piece, and they brought in Tony.
When
To
got Tony.
We brought in Nash. Well, Nash was on that team
Nash
last
was on
year.
the team.
Uncle Nash.
Sure,
Is he
yeah.
playing, by the way? Is he back?
No, not yet. He's resting.
Okay.
They
For
did-
the playoffs.
The playoffs.
Yeah,
Bro,
they did great, man. They took Langston. Langston's long, athletic, can run, can hoop. I really think Fahmy was the steal of the draft. No bias, even though he's here.
Yeah.
Great pick. And then Hussein, man, he went and traded for Osama Yafai. I mean, the guy's like the modern day Brad Holmes.
yeah.
Nice.
You know what I'm saying? He's playing and he's doing GM skills. you
Yeah,
know,
mashallah.
so-
That's a great move.
So I mean, that's probably the best starting five in the league. Let's be
Balanced.
frank here. Balanced, A to Z attack, man.
Yeah.
Then you got Nash just
Sitting there.
lurking, waiting. You
Yeah.
know, Mr. Spot Up, Mr.
Yeah.
Game. You
But
know,
going back to that championship game, there was a player, I think it was like towards the end of the game, Mo Abdurrabba, man, I thought he was going to dish it out to Nash.
Should have.
And he, I don't know if he would have made it, but, it would have been crazy, man.
That's Nash's shot. He
That
would've
is
hit
Nash's
it.
shot.
He would have hit that.
And he was
would've
waiting
hit
for it, too.
I'm gonna tell you guys, man. I'm a big I'm a big fan of Nash and Uncle Ed. Real talk.
Yeah.
They both got game, man. You know what I'm saying? They really do.
Yeah, they're solid, man. Moti, what you about to say?
Hussein Badani, player comparison, career so far, Charles Barkley.
Really?
I like
He
that.
got better handles, though.
Think about it. Barkley had handles. Think about it. He's always
Stop.
No, I was going to give him
Guys,
A
it's
big
it's what is it, 4 years? This is, I think, his second or third year.
Listen,
he didn't play the first year.
I'm a big fan.
I'm saying they didn't play the
I don't
first
think
year.
so.
Hey, huge
No.
fan of Hussein Badani. I think he's very talented, but inshallah he gets it done.
Listen,
oh, that's what you're.
I was watching him.
Oh, wow,
I was-
touchdown. Who got a touchdown right here?
Cedric
Tua
Wilson.
Cedric Wilson. To
So
Tua.
I was watching this team in particular last year in the finals because we covered the game.
Yeah.
And one thing I saw that really stood out was I don't think they trusted their teammates as much as they should have last year.
Right.
I really do think this year playing with Usama, Matt, mashallah, like they are sharing the ball a lot more than they were last
Is
year.
Tony trying to give himself credit right now as the point guard of the team?
No,
or ball handler?
I'm not even the point guard.
Oh, okay.
I'm just a defensive specialist.
That's funny.
That's it. Just come in
And
they
check,
say, hey,
check Sambo.
hey, this is your man. This is your man. This is what you need to do.
No, but that's I'm sorry. Go ahead, Bash.
No, he's absolutely right. The first couple of years, Hussein was still learning how to play and how to pick up guys, and he missed on a couple early picks in the first couple of years. But the last 2 years, mashallah, man, he learned quick. He adjusted. and
Yeah.
Every year, you just see him getting better.
Yeah.
But also the competition's getting better. So it's gonna be cooler to see, man, how it pans out. I'm a big fan of Hussein, man. We're Rulo boys.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Grew up 3-4 houses away from each other.
I mean, I think Hussein, so far as I've been watching, is always a top 5 player in the league for sure.
Yeah.
Top 3.
Oh yeah.
Top 3,
Top 3
for sure. Moti, first loss for the squad, right? If I'm correct.
Yeah.
What happened in the game? I'm not gonna lie, I haven't heard anything. Just really messages of saying that they won. That's about it.
I'll keep it real, man. I'm not the type to make excuses, but the other team deserved to win, which they're coached by Bosch.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you coach him?
Yeah.
We got Bosch.
I
Bro-
had to come out of the
And
woodwork, man. They
Wow.
Told me they were undefeated, man, and I was licking my chops, bro.
yeah.
Wow.
listen, and
Oh.
to give credit where credit is due, like I ain't gonna lie, a coach matters to me.
Yeah.
Like coach plays a huge role, even though it's a rec lead. I've always said this, and I wasn't trying to pat myself on the back, because I was doing the whole coaching thing, but it matters, and I think the players see it. But with Bosch being there, I think Bosch hold people accountable, which a lot of these coaches don't, because many reasons. And I was hearing them, who got that? Get that? What I remember he told a person, I don't want to say his name, but towards the end of the game, it was a tight game, and he was like, "Why are you trying to be a hero?"
Yeah.
That to me, it's like, yo, Stick to the game plan.
Yeah.
You were off. You know what I'm saying? You went off on the game plan. You're trying to be like those things to me. You know, I would gravitate to as a player. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, we're trying to win. And the strategy they placed on us was a good strategy. I mean, I could sit here and say, hey, we missed layups. Hey, we missed free throws. Hey, we didn't, play our game, you know, but they affected that.
So are you guys? You have to play the playing game now for the number 1 seed. Is that what's happening or what?
Well, we chose. I guess they discussed it yesterday. I think we chose the bye, but we do play one
For
more
this
game.
week. They got one more in the regular
Yeah.
season.
But it doesn't matter. No matter what the 1 seed.
No, we
They're
need
not.
to win.
They
We
need to win one
We need to
more.
win.
And who are they playing against?
Or the other team loses once. But you know what? I think we got, we got a chance to kind of, we play Billy Buckets, which is your brother Ali.
Yeah.
And we play Coach Bosch. If we win the 2 games, we lock in the 2nd seed, and then they lock
Second
in
seed.
Yeah.
No way.
if they
Hater
win.
Nation, cuz.
Wow.
That's right.
Cause
Wait, so he
But
coaching
they
Hater
have-
Nation or?
No. He's coaching Team Sunny.
Oh, Sonny. Okay.
So if we win against Billy Buckets and them, we're in the 2nd seed.
So there's 2 weeks left, or
And then
is
they
it
lock in the
all in
first.
1 week?
So
seeding week.
Yeah, it's seeding week because there's a playing game between. So this week,
It's kind of confusing a little bit to me, but
well,
It's
the
like what
playing
the
game
NBA
is
doing right now.
8-9
Same format.
and 6-7. The winner of 6-7 jumps in
I thought that was
to lock in the 6.
I thought that was the only play-in.
No, but then the loser of 6-7 plays the winner of 8-9 to be the 7th seed.
Okay, so what does that got to do with you jumping to the 2 seed?
Because technically it's still the regular season that counts.
Okay. How did your team do yesterday last week, by the way? Y'all played Sufis, right?
Yeah, we played Sufi. Honestly, we kind of played down to the we weren't ready for the game, man. It was one of those where you look on the other sideline and, it wasn't too
Did y'all win?
yeah, we won.
Oh, okay.
But it was sloppy game.
Okay.
Very sloppy game.
But I just wanted to add one more thing to that. Like as far as team Shu Al Hasabi, to be honest with you, I think we needed that, bro. You know what I'm saying?
The loss, yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. You learn more about your team after
Oh,
losses.
100%. And I think we definitely get to adjust, and we definitely everybody's roles get to change. Put it like that.
I told AB that the other day. I'm like, listen, man, I never got better after wins. I got better after losses.
For sure.
And I'm not trying to discredit your game or none of that, but I just told him, me personally, I've never took back-to-back losses. It's been a long time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you adjust and then you act accordingly.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? So right before playoffs or a seeding game, that should give you guys some juice, man. And honestly, I told AB, real talk, the way you guys move the balls, like 30 plus.
We didn't.
Yeah.
We didn't do that much.
really is.
They do got good team chemistry, and they've come a long way from the beginning of the year.
You guys run.
Yeah.
Your back screens. You guys are very patient. All your potential ego guys don't have egos anymore. Like they made some big leaps, man, and it's really nice to watch.
For sure. For sure. Well, with that said, that is our LOL talk segment. We just wanted to cover that right quick because, it's some
I
of the
mean,
stuff.
Nader had 18 points, like 14 rebounds.
Solid.
Why don't we bring that up?
I mean, I'm waiting for his phone call. We could have brought it up when he calls,
That's
so I'm
MVP,
sure.
That's MVP this year, bro.
Hey,
Really?
Listen,
I mean, listen, man. The guy wasn't even being picked up last year. We had to beg
yeah,
the committee to let him join.
Yeah, that's crazy.
his stock skyrocketed like no one
He's
else.
proven it.
No, for sure. I agree, man. I mean,
like-
I think he's a very solid player and probably one of the best bigs in the league, and especially in 35 up. You know what I
Telling you,
mean?
man. There's some Arian Foster, Victor Cruz vibes right
Wow,
There you go.
Ian Foster.
There we go. All right. So with that said, that's Tony's boy, by the way, Aaron Foster. Did you discover him or just your
I
boy?
discovered him.
Okay.
Did you?
With that said, debate time. This is where I ask questions to you guys, and we can debate it and see how we feel. So my first one is: there's 4 AFC teams that are currently 6-2. So I want you guys to rank them. You got the Chiefs, Dolphins, Ravens, and Jaguars. Bosh, I'm gonna start off with you. Rank your top 4: Chiefs, Ravens, Jaguars, and Dolphins. Those are the 4 6-2 teams, all tied pretty much in first place. How do you rank those teams?
Chiefs, Ravens, Dolphins, Jags.
Not bad.
Yeah, I feel like the Dolphins got it. They got the coaching. They just don't have the experience yet. I feel like this year is going to be big for them. They're putting up a lot of points. They're having fun. But when it comes time for crunch time, it's going to be all about the experience. you know what I'm saying, in the playoffs. So I feel like Lamar's got a little of it. Obviously, Mahomes speaks for himself. And the Jaguars, surprisingly, you know, I feel like they were in this situation last year a little bit. You know, when they went to the playoffs, they kind of got ran off the field.
Yeah.
You know, so the Dolphins are kind of feeling it right now, you know, playing the Chiefs. So,
Tony, how do you rank those 4 AFC teams?
I would go the champs, you know, obviously, and then I'd go Dolphins, Ravens, Jaguars.
Moti?
Yeah, you know, watching today's game, definitely put the Chiefs at number 1 to me. So it's them. I got Ravens number 2. I think Miami is sliding a little bit, man. You know, they're not looking too good. I don't know what it is. Then I got Miami and I got the Jags.
Yeah, for me, I got Chiefs. To me, they're the best team right now in the AFC just because they are, you know, they got the experience, like you said. But I got Ravens number 2. I think they're right behind them. I think that's going to be the AFC Championship.
Wow.
I think Baltimore is, I'm telling you, man, like the way that they're playing and the way that they loaded up, like all it took was just an extra more weapons. And I know Odell's not working out right now too great, but when it comes to the playoffs, you don't need him to get 10 catches for 100 yards. You just need him to catch the big plays, third down and 4s, you know what I mean, and keep the drives moving. 3, I got Jaguars. I got them ahead of Miami because Miami, when they've played a good enough team, they've been folding, and including today, you know, the game is not even really that close. Jacksonville played while they were still struggling a little bit in the beginning of the year. They played Kansas City up until the last whistle, and I know they were home. To me, Jacksonville is a well-balanced team. I mean, I gave them a slight edge over Miami, and then I got Miami at number 4.
So, I mean, this game is a lot closer than people making it out to be. It's 21-7, but the Chiefs scored a defensive touchdown on a fumble.
I mean, listen,
while they were driving. That's a 14-point swing.
And I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even think Kansas City is Kansas City of the past few years. Like, I don't want to underestimate them, and I always do this, and then Mahomes comes back and whatever. But I don't think this is the same Kansas City team that's like a juggernaut that you can't beat. Like, you know, they not having a wide receiver is going to hurt them. Like, if teams like they're doing pretty much, Kelsey, I think only has like 2 or 3 catches. If teams can key in on Kelsey, like, who are you scared of in the offense?
nobody.
Yeah.
They arguably have the worst receiving class.
And that's the problem is, Mahomes is Mahomes.
That's the problem, yeah.
Right.
But
And
how much of that is going to really help? I mean, by the way, we're sleeping on Cincinnati, by the way, guys. I forgot about, I mean, I guess it was 6-2 question.
I mean,
but
what about Buffalo?
Heck no. I'm not
I
with
can't
Buffalo,
believe-
man.
Buffalo fell. I can't believe in the eyes. It's like, what have you done for me lately? Remember, Cincinnati started slow last year, came back, made it to the. I mean, they're probably the only team that's been able to beat the Chiefs. They're built to beat the Chiefs.
For sure. They are. And I think Cincinnati, I won't be surprised if by the end of
I
this
like
regular
Cincinnati
season,
better than Baltimore, to be honest with you.
Me too. But it was a 6-2 question.
Yeah.
But I agree. I you know, the way that Cincinnati plays, I think they are a better team than the Baltimore Ravens.
Are
but
the Jags the AFC version of the Lions in the NFC?
don't do this to us.
Listen, they're young, up and coming. You know they want to take that next step. Weak division. So, are they?
I wouldn't say that.
Where would you put the Jets if Aaron Rodgers comes back like the last couple weeks of the season?
Top 5.
So, you know, the more than likely they'll probably be wild card.
They're competing, man. That defense is no joke. They're
You think
winning.
they're gonna
They're
make-
winning with a quarterback they benched last year, guys. Come on now.
And it's not looking good, by the way. So
I mean, that defense is
I know people
strong.
are trying to give him the benefit of the doubt.
He's not good.
Yeah,
He's bottom 28.
yeah.
Like, he's not good, bro.
I'm not gonna lie, but
Play dude's primetime candidate.
who's Zach Wilson? Yeah. I mean, shoot, the way Jose's picking up these quarterbacks, I might have to play Zach Wilson this week. All right, next debate. And by the way, we got to hit the air horn, Yusuf, for all these debates, by the way. Can you give me an air horn right quick? There you go. Appreciate it. All right, so we're halfway through the season, and then my question is, who is the most surprising team? Positive. Next question is the most disappointing team. So, who is the most surprising team, Tony, to you in your eyes so far this season? We kind of named off, you know, a few teams that are doing well in the AFC, you know, and I mean, I don't know who's really surprising. I guess it's a tough question. I didn't really think
We
about that.
kind of expected the Lions to be where they're at, maybe
Yeah.
not at 6-2, but 5-3, leading the
Division, yeah.
But Seattle, to me, has been surprising. I
Really?
mean, they're number 1 in the West, right?
They are currently, yes.
That's crazy to me.
Yeah, they're 5-2. Moti, you had to think about this one right quick. Who was the most surprising team to you in the NFC? I know this is crazy. Like, I'm trying to think of my answer. I don't know. Like, I don't know if anybody that's surprising to me.
Well, like surprising doing good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, I think I would have went with the Lions too a little bit, but surprisingly doing bad. I'm going 49ers, man.
Really?
Yeah, because I did not think. I thought they were on a tier by themselves in the NFC, and they just come back to reality, man. It's like they're, 3 losses in a row, I think, something like that.
Yeah, Kyle Shanahan, this crazy stat. You'd be like, are you serious? 1-31 in 3-point games.
Damn.
Wow.
Yes. So when they win, they just blow out teams. You know what I mean? In these close games, his stats are bad.
That's coaching, buddy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Bro.
Surprising team.
Listen, as far as the 49ers, though, they lost 3 in a row, but they looked indestructible before then. Deebo Samuel's a big part of their offense. Kind of opens it up a little bit. They probably had some injuries along the way, but, man, that's the one team. I'd rather play Philly than play the 49ers.
I ain't gonna lie.
49ers scare me.
Tiger.
Tone. So my whole thing is, if they're that as dominant, you don't go 3 losses in a row. Bosch said it earlier.
So one of them, he missed a field goal.
Hold on.
That they could have won.
Again, don't worry. But see, that's doesn't matter. It's one play. What about the plays before that? Bosch said it, he don't go back-to-back losses, and I agree. Good teams don't do that. They're going 3 in a row. Something is wrong there.
Yeah, I mean, personally, I still wouldn't want to play San Francisco. Like, I think Philly, we match up well against them. San Francisco is going to be is one of those things where, I don't know, it could be bad.
Same.
So most surprising team to you?
I got a dark horse for you guys, man. I didn't think they're going to win a game this year. The Falcons, bro.
Yeah.
Honest to God. I mean, they had a couple heartbreak losses, bro. Other than that, man, I mean, I think the Lions kind of gave it to them.
Yeah.
I think maybe Pittsburgh or something. But other than that, man, they compete with a little bit of nothing, and they're not even really using Bijan.
Yeah.
Like we all thought they were going to use him. Kyle Pitts is still not really going.
They're a weird team. They're a weird
It's
team.
a weird team.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
They win.
They win.
Yeah, I think they're
Leading the division.
Yeah.
I think they're they're a quarterback away.
Yeah, I think so too. And is Taylor Heineke the quarterback, by the way, Moti?
Taylor Heineke is definitely Pitts' stock definitely goes up with Tyler Heineke.
100%.
And
Yeah.
London.
Yeah, and
Yeah, for sure.
London is out this
He's
week.
out
out
today,
this
yeah.
week.
No. we're
In
saying
general,
stock.
yeah. In
He's
general,
only
his
out for
stock
one
goes up.
game, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. I mean, you have him, Tony.
and I haven't started him. He's been stashed in my bench.
All right.
I've been shopping him around.
Most disappointed team. That's the last debate question is who's been the most disappointing team in your eyes?
Vikings, bro.
Really?
Yeah, man. They started last year? They had 10 wins or something.
Yeah.
And then they just kind of shit the bed. They had all their starters. Jefferson was supposed to be the #1 fantasy player. He was performing. Kirk Cousins was balling, but their defense just looked stagnant, bro.
Yeah.
They weren't moving.
Brian Flores led defense, by the way. One of the greatest moves Miami did was
Ever.
yeah.
Bring
Because
the man back.
think about it, it saved Tua's career because people were calling Tua a bust. Now Tua's fantasy relevant, you know what I'm saying? And he's playing, so definitely was a big move for them. Even though it was ugly the way it happened, it was a move that was necessary, just like the Raiders, by the way. Most disappointed team, Tony?
I want to say with Minnesota, I feel like they were winning too many close games. I didn't think they'd be able to keep it up, but the Giants. I
That's a
thought
good
the
one.
Giants would be a lot better than what they showed. And, we'll go with another New York team in the AFC, the Bills. Like, what happened to the Bills?
Yeah, they Tampa had a chance if Chris Godwin caught the ball. The Giants were at the 1 yard line, and Darren Waller got held on that play. They'll be looking at a 4-4, 3-5 season right now. If 2 plays kind of happen. I mean, I'll give them the Tampa game. They'll be 4-4 right now if the Giants beat them. So, I mean, to me, man, they are not scary. I can easily see them being a first-round exit in the playoffs because you got 5 or 6 AFC teams that we just named. They're all going to have to match up against each other. You know what I mean? Like, in the playoffs. I can see Buffalo being that team that just gets that first-round exit and then Sean McDermott getting fired.
Whoa.
He's on the hot seat. A lot of Buffalo fans are questioning him. You know what I'm saying? Moti, you picked San Francisco.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie to you guys. I had higher hopes for the Bears, guys. I know you're gonna call me crazy. I did, man. I thought Justin Fields was gonna take that leap. I thought they were gonna be 8-9. You know what I mean?
Same.
They're the worst team in the NFL, probably next to Carolina.
I was feeling that Fields was going to be MVP candidate, man.
Yeah, I agree, man. And so I thought, they had high expectations going into this year. So personally, for me, I'm gonna go ahead and give it. Giants is a great one, Tony. I think you pretty much took the one that I was gonna do, but I'm gonna definitely go with Justin Fields. And Yusuf, we are now going to go with our next sponsor, which is BC Adhesives. Is Green Bay disappointing?
The game in Frankfurt is a game now. It's 21-14. Raheem Mostert scored.
Oh, what? How much? What was it?
13. It's
Okay.
21-14.
Oh, it's happening.
21-14. All right, go ahead. And we're going to talk about that right after this. We're going to talk about the Fantasy Guys League, and I want to get your opinions on the trade and stuff like
We
that.
don't got to talk about the Fantasy Guys League.
We can. All right. Shout out to BC Adhesives, though.
What league I'm playing you in? I thought it was a fantasy guy.
That's right.
Mostert?
You know, I believe it's very important for every team to stick together. And what I do here at Oz Media to make sure we are all one glue is I stop by BC Adhesives.
Yeah, I don't know if that's what it's used for.
Nah, Yusuf, it's not. But you can go to BC Adhesives for all your industrial adhesives needs. They do food packaging, book binding, product assembly, and many other industrial services. So if you're in need of adhesives for your business or having trouble with your current adhesives applications, you can contact them by phone 1-888-679-9825 or go to their website at www.bcadhesives.com.
Yeah. It's definitely interesting.
James Conner.
All right, we got King Big Sal saying, "What up, guys? Best podcast ever." Shout out to King Big Sal. That's Moti's son, by the way. Tony Boom Philly, Jeff Wilson Jr. He is close right now, 5.6.
You ain't get it. Guys, it's with a staggering 78%.
Stop
78
it, man.
point-
Don't be lying to the people out
2%.
there.
How you going to say that?
Don't be lying to the people out there.
I'm not.
man.
I don't lie to the people. I don't.
78.
I love the people.
You got 22%. It's 78% wrong. That's what it is. That's
You
where
didn't
you're
let me
at.
finish.
Oh yeah, you're right. Pause.
See?
All right, Fantasy Guys League. Quickly, want to just talk about the trophies back here, but I always keep forgetting to grab out the trophies. So, shout out to the Fantasy Guys League. You know, I mean, I do want to give this speech right quick, Tony. First of all, the Fantasy Guys League. There was a big trade that happened. Speaking of Raheem Mostert, I want to get your thoughts on it and everybody else's thoughts. You know, it was a blockbuster. AJ and I made a move. I flipped Raheem Mostert, Justin Herbert, and Keenan Allen. And then I received Devontae Adams, Jonathan Taylor, and Jared Goff. What are your thoughts on the deal as I grab this trophy right quick, Bush?
I feel like that was an L, bro.
Me?
Yeah.
He gave up Allen, Herbert, and Mostert. He gave up Allen, Herbert, and Mostert. He got Goff, Taylor, and Devontae Adams. So you like who he traded away? Herbert.
I like Mostert, bro. Mostert
Okay.
and Herbert. I mean, come on, man. Those are two star studs. I mean, you can say
And
Goff
Keenan Allen.
and Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Come on. Allen and Mostert alone are better than those three.
I'm not going to lie to you. I was surprised when he made the move, but I understood it because of upside. He's getting Devontae Adams. He hasn't done nothing. This is the lowest point that he could have got him for. Because there's no way they were going, Adams for Allen, right? At any point. And then he got Mostert, selling them high. He knows Jeff Wilson's coming.
No, I don't.
Pause.
It's actually Devin A-Chain, by the way.
And A-Chain. It's a crowded backfield.
Very, very, very much so. Moti, what are your thoughts on the move?
Every move I feel like, is calculated and people trade away players, that they think is gonna help their team. Yeah, but I would agree with them. Like, I definitely would have Herbert, Allen, and Mostert, but I see why. Taylor to me is better than Mostert, because of that crowded backfield. Even though Mostert's numbers is good this year, and then Adams ain't looking good in Las Vegas, to be honest with you. They have a bad situation there. So yeah, but you know what I'm saying, you're a fantasy guy. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. For sure. I mean, you know, the reasons behind it obviously was really I wanted Taylor. I wanted the running back that I can, you know, RB1, you know, in my eyes, and that's why I went after Taylor. You know, Adams and Allen, you know, I feel like as soon as I woke up and I seen that Josh McDaniels got fired, that's what solidified the trade. This was obviously a trade we've been talking about for weeks. You know, it's not something that just kind of happened. And then, you know, the golf was, you know, just a throw-in, but you know, I have Kyle Murray sitting on the IR as well. But yeah, I mean, that was kind of the reason why I needed my running back. I think Mostert, I love him and all, and I appreciate him for what he has done. But let's be real right now, that's a 3-headed, maybe even a 4-headed backfield now with when A-Chain comes back. I don't got time for that. You know, I needed a running back that I could rely on. That was the big part of the deal. The drop-off between Allen and Adams, not so much. I feel like if it's anything, hopefully Adams starts turning up now. Again, second-half players. Sometimes some players turn up in the second half that they were duds in the first half. And then Goff and Murray, they're going to give me that 20. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what I want. You know, that's what he needed. He needed a quarterback. I needed to give up something, you know, which leads me to this right here because I needed to do this. I was going to do this last week, guys. But I'm going to do it this week, okay? And I have to go off on a quick rant right quick, Bosh. And I'm going to see your opinions on this right quick because this is what I wanted to do. And this is my 3 pet peeves when it comes to making trades in fantasy football, Bosh, all right? So 3 pet peeves. I'm looking at the time because I'm make sure I maybe pull this as the clip for today. So 3 pet peeves that I have in fantasy football when it comes to making trades. Number 1. When you are making a trade with someone and they tell you, I no longer want to trade that player to you because you're interested in that player.
That's disgusting.
I cannot respect you as a fantasy manager if you sit there and you say that because that just shows that like you don't know what you're talking about. And that bothers me so much because then I can't even continue on with any trade with you because that's the line that they say.
Forever,
Guilty.
Forever about that.
Yeah, forever.
I'm guilty of that.
Yes. Number 2 is when you offer a trade to someone and they think that they're so worried about losing the trade. Like they think that the player that you're giving up is all of a sudden not supposed to do well. That's obviously why I'm trying to make the trade with you, is that I'm trying to get a player. Every time I make trades, typically it's 2 for 3, 2 for 1, 3 for 2s, just so that person doesn't even question that I'm trying to get them. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But they think that like you're trying to trade for a player like they're not supposed to do good. Obviously, they're going to hopefully do well. Your players that you're receiving will hopefully do well. You know, so it just makes sense.
It's like a gamble, right?
Yeah, like what do you like? They think like they're trying to focus on trying to win the trade, Bosh. You know what I mean? Like it can be, hey, I got my players, you got your players. Congratulations. You know what I'm saying? You got your needs. And then number 3, my biggest pet peeve is trading players or asking for a trade when you already have that, like, you know, players on your roster that it makes, you know what I'm saying?
That's probably my number 1.
Number 1, like to me, like if I got 5 receivers and I need a running back and you're offering me 2 receivers for one of my running backs, that makes no sense.
They look at it only one-sided. They don't look at it from both sides.
And that's what bothers me. Is like you don't know how to make trades. You know, people don't know how to make trades, you know, out there in fantasy football. I mean, I know it's fantasy football, but it's like any other competition. Like Tony would tell you, and everybody in this room would tell you, like, you know, when we're hooping or you're playing a sport or anything, like, you know, when it's a competition, it's a competition. So it makes sense when you're making these moves, you know? And so making that move with AJ, I knew what he needed. And I gave him an offer where he couldn't even say no to, you know, because I wanted certain players. I could be wrong, you know, when we calculate the points at the end of the year. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, Raheem Mostert just scored for him. Congratulations.
Yeah, good for him.
You know what I'm saying?
So I attended a class with Professor Uncle Ed.
Yes.
On how to make trades. And the first lesson was, a closed mouth don't get fed, nephew. I said, elaborate. So I started taking notes. And he told me, just throw something out there. It's all good.
You forgot the nephew.
Yo, nephew, just feel it out.
Pause.
I'm trying to help you.
Lesson number 2.
That's it?
That's it.
You're going to pause it right there?
No, hey. Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying, a phrase got trademarked, you know, and that is, you know, Adomo Timi.
Oh.
You know, and I don't understand it, you know what I'm saying? But going back to the trades, you know what I'm saying? I'll tell you straight up how it's going. I'm good at 60-40 you. All right? You want to take it?
I looked ahead. Actually, that was a lesson. Week 5 in the syllabus. Don't moti you or don't moti me.
Or don't get motied.
I got a good one for you. Yesterday's price ain't today's price.
There you go. That's also a great one as well. That is also a great one. Shout out to Jacob, right?
Yes.
All right. With that said, let's talk about the Detroit Lions. Bosch, we are halfway through the year. We're 6-2. We're second in the conference. We're number 1 in the division. We are where we hopefully thought we were, I think. What are your thoughts on the Lions, Bosch?
Listen, man, I'll say it live here. I made a big fuss about the draft when they took Laporta. I've never been so wrong in my life. That dude is the truth.
He is.
It's not even about the stats. I went to a couple of games. I see him live the way, that guy loves football.
You could tell.
You know what I'm saying? These Iowa guys just love football, man.
I mean, they got corn and football over there. That's about
You know
it.
what I'm saying? And it's like they had an interview with him. He's like, I just love to block. I just love to hit the snot out of somebody. Like, they're bred for that shit.
I bet you Brad Holmes and Dan Campbell, when they did a pre-draft interview, and he said that, they circled him.
Circle right away. You know what I'm saying?
Lion.
It didn't make sense. Obviously, these guys are professionals. They look at things from a different scope than we do. But, man, shout out Sam Laporta, man. I'm a big fan, man. Tight end university all day.
Yeah.
You know?
What are your thoughts on Gibbs?
I feel like he's getting up to speed.
Nader late.
Super duper late. But go ahead, continue.
I feel like earlier in the season, he wasn't really seeing the gaps that were opening up for him that he was supposed to be hitting. He was trying too hard to kind of, what I'm saying, make his own way. But now he's hitting those holes harder.
Pause.
And he's
it's like we expected that.
Doing his thing, man. I'm loving it. I was there for the Raiders game, and I liked what I seen, bro.
Yeah.
He's the
How was the Raiders game, the vibes? Because I feel like it was like a weird game.
No, it wasn't, man.
Okay.
The stadium was rocking.
Yeah, ESPN needs to do a better job.
We dominated them, though.
The stadium.
Remember, we talked about it.
Yeah, it was domination. It was rocking, though?
It was rocking.
Because I'm going to get to a point with the Lions right quick. But we got super duper elite Nader, who I just surprisingly heard, Nader, that you guys have an opportunity to be the number 2 seed in the LOL League. Talk to me, Nader. What's going on?
Well, I didn't want to interrupt. I've been on the line for 5 minutes, but
no
don't
problem.
Interrupt Bosch.
Yeah, you don't.
You can't interrupt Bosch. No.
Habibi.
Talk to me, Nader.
So, what are we talking about?
Whatever you want. I mean, you could talk LOL. You could talk fantasy. You could.
Did you forget why you called?
So, I called because of the injured reserve.
Yeah.
Now I didn't know we had injured reserve spots. In our league, I'm in 2 leagues, and I think Omar, you're in both of them, right?
No, I'm only in one.
Okay, but you, the Thabits are in the other one too.
Yeah, the Champions League.
So I didn't know that. So right now, I looked at my roster and I took a calculated. I think he only had 2 players only had 9 points total on Thursday for the person I'm playing against.
Yeah, I want to hear your thoughts on this. By the way, we got a whole panel here, so let's hear their thoughts. Go ahead, Nader.
So he had 8 points and 1 point. So I figured just leave it empty. I didn't want to remove any of my other players, so I left it empty.
What are your thoughts?
Is that bad? Is that bad for the integrity of the fantasy, or do you think it was a?
He messaged me while the Miami game was going on. I told him to put H in the IR. He said he didn't know the IR situation, and then I realized that once the game starts, you can't put a player in IR. What you can't do, though, I mean, obviously he's not dropping H-Chain or, Rasheed Rice.
No.
Yeah. But, I'm just throwing it out there that players can drop players during their games. But obviously I wouldn't advise him to do that. But right now he has a running back slot that's empty, and he's playing against a guy who's only projected to get like 93 points now this week. Yeah. So he could easily win.
Two of his skilled positions, he had 1 player with 8 points and 1 player with 1.
Yeah, so 9 points total.
9 points total.
Is the integrity of the league being diminished if you have a slot open in the starting lineup?
I mean, I don't think so for this certain situation. I think you have to look at it on a situation based on a weekly, If it's towards the playoffs and you see that my man needs a win and that's my guy and I'm going to bench Christian McCaffrey that's got the 16 record touchdown thing going on right now, that's a different story. But in this scenario, it doesn't seem like it's...
Well, Bosch drafted my team anyway, so he knows week 9 week 9 was most of my players were on. I was expecting to lose this week. Yeah, I was expecting to lose this week. So I may actually win both games in both of my leagues.
That's so funny, by the way, Salt.
Yeah.
Salt is, I bet you right now, he's so mad right now that if you beat him and you... Moti, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I just couldn't wait till you got to me. Because Nader, stop trying to justify that, bro. Like,
justify what?
Justify that, hey, I'm going to beat him anyway. It's okay. No. You knew what was going on from the beginning of the week. You got to take care of your team, bro.
Listen,
you can't leave a slot open. Like,
okay, this is why, like, I didn't know there's an injured reserve in this league.
Come on, Nader, you know that, bro. You know that.
No, I don't. No, I mean, Boss didn't tell me.
There's a debate. There's a debate if he knows that because he's never put anybody in injury reserve.
Listen, it's fine. Okay, let's say he don't know it. Okay, you have a whole week, Nader, to make your adjustments. Why are you keeping a slot open? You know what I'm saying? Like even. Yeah, because to me we're talking about integrity. I look at it as a competitor.
Why are you getting loud with my captain?
No, it's because I was
going to do something on Thursday. But then listen, I was going to do something by this morning. But then I seen that two of his skilled positions, quarterback and wide running back, one with 8 points, one with 1 point. I was like, why should I even do anything?
Wow, who are you playing?
Salt.
Hey, Nader.
No.
Yeah.
Nader, I love you, bro, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I wouldn't use that excuse, to be honest with you.
I mean,
say that, I didn't know I could put a guy in the IR.
Oh, that's fine, but I always thought I was always planning on losing this week in both leagues, based on what I drafted.
I'll give you.
It looks like I'm gonna win both.
I'll give you a situation that I had last week. All right, I had Carlson. He's questionable for Monday Night Football. He had a groin injury. I went and I text because I got him in every team. I went and because how competitive and I'm trying to be like fair as possible and go by the rules in my opinion, my own rules. I went and I text the whole group, every single group that that I have, just to let them know my situation. You know what I'm saying? Until I got to the game, I was literally gonna put him on the IR and pick up Raiders kicker right away. Because I didn't want to leave that slot open, Nader.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did the same. I picked up the Lions kicker when my kicker was out.
Yeah.
So I mean,
but we still love you, Nader, no matter what. I just think
let's talk about the LOL league real quick. Yeah, if we win both games, we're the number 2 seed. I think we play next week. We play Billy. Most likely he'll probably not play that game.
Why?
Because we have the Billy stopper now.
Listen, if Billy don't play that game, I don't want him in the MVP conversation.
Oh, he shouldn't. Wait, guys. He's missed more. He's missed 3 games, I think, total. He shouldn't be in the MVP.
There you go. There you go. You're right about that. You're right.
Hey, by the way, Bosch said Nader MVP. By the way,
easy.
I mean, yeah.
No, Nader could be in the conversation, but we'll discuss that.
We'll see. I mean, when we win both games, my name should be up there.
Tony, can I get a comment by the way about the slot situation, the empty fantasy?
I mean, he got to do what
don't
he
be
got to
biased.
do. At the end of the day, I've told him many times, if he don't take it serious, he shouldn't play.
So what's the situation though? What are your thoughts on the empty running back slot situation?
He doesn't have a choice. He's got one guy that's questionable, Downs, and if he ends up being out, then he could possibly put him in IR and pick up somebody. That's his only hope. Other than that, he's really not gonna, unless he's going to drop his defense or somebody else. He's not going to do.
So do you what are your thoughts on? Is that wrong what he's doing? Like, should he?
It's not.
Be required to drop somebody.
I think he's just being a bad manager. It's like
almost
being a bad captain, trading away one of your star players, and then things falling apart, and then changing your mind. And
how is it a bad? If 2 of his players that were expecting 25 plus points.
No, we're not talking about his team. We're talking about your team. You got to always. You have to take it serious.
Yeah, that's it.
All the points, Nader. Every single
Here's
point
the problem. We say this about Nader, But then he comes and wins. He wins these leagues.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Like how is it? He doesn't take it serious. It's always the guys that don't care as much that end up winning.
No, it's always the guys that don't overthink stuff. Okay, that don't overthink stuff and just go out and have fun and be Bosch in the playoffs for the 30 and over championship.
Wow.
We need a mic drop for that one.
Wow.
Yeah, Nader, listen, any final words, final comments? Because we got to break down these games too, by the way.
I know you have to break that. You only got a few, time. But the LOL League, I think it's a good. I seen Bosch. Bosch actually should be a full-time coach. I think. I mean, his game plan. Like I was listening. I even recorded a lot of it to use with me and Fahmi's team.
Stallion?
Yo, he's gonna use that.
I was stealing signs.
That's funny.
So
You weren't in disguise
I
though.
like this league.
He was like, "Hi, Bosch."
You know what? I like seeing Bosch. I like seeing Bosch out there. I wish he could play in our league. I wish Bosch could play in our league.
Your players don't wish that.
Well, the Bosch rule was
No, man.
The Bosch rule was created for a reason.
I mean,
Listen, you could do the same thing. You could remove a second round pick, like they did for Goggles, and I think it would be fair.
Yeah, well, that's whack. They need to remove that rule.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Bosch put his time in, and I think he should play. It's a little bit, it's less competitive than the 30 and plus, and I think it's more fun. I think Bosch will like it.
Yeah, Bosch should dominate, man. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know I was vouching for Bosch to play, but it would be ugly in that league. Bro. Let's be real, man.
Bro, listen, I know honestly, Bosch would not want to
Bosch
play
will
in
get-
that league, bro.
Probably
No,
not.
Bosch
Yeah.
will. Bosch.
You know
Bosch
what?
Will get his
I'm
teammates.
playing in
Bosch-
the Friday League, 18 and over. That's fun, man. These kids are fun.
Yeah, I can see you being, that can be something that like
competition.
Yeah, with this league, it's like, bro, you're gonna walk in at halftime and still
Bro,
score more than everybody.
100%. He would walk in,
I would probably be more of like a facilitator, man. I love that.
halftime, triple dub.
Yeah,
Easy.
they would already put the stats in before he starts
They
playing.
would.
Just to talk it in. Nader, thank you for calling in, though, man. I appreciate
Thank
you, Nader.
Thank you, guys.
All right, take it easy, man. Nader always giving us great conversations to conversate. We got a couple fantasy questions. Tyler Boyd or Christian Watson?
I like Watson, man. I feel like he's coming around.
Yeah, it's not working though, man. It's like, when are we gonna say like, all right,
I'm all about opportunity, bro. I feel like he's the wide receiver one there. Jordan Love's got to get it going. The kid's coming off injury. He had a big year last year, obviously with Rodgers. He's got the speed. He's got the intangibles. Tyler Boyd's third in the pecking order. I mean, it's.
Watson's a candidate for a second half turnaround too, because obviously he had a terrible
I think so, man.
first half. Tony, Watson or Boyd?
Look at my other options.
Wow,
I don't like either one.
I'll go Watson. By the way, Moti, Watson or Boyd?
Watson or Boyd?
Play dudes prime time, Boyd. Who's your Cincinnati guy?
Bro, he can go pick up Quentin Johnson.
Boyd. I'm going Boyd.
He can go pick up Quentin Johnson.
Kareem Hunt or Aaron Jones? This is a sad reality
That
of
is
life.
sad.
That's sad.
Who would you start though? I mean, Hunt's playing Arizona,
Kareem Hunt.
Clinton Toon. It could be a lot of possessions. That's why Tony Boom Philly Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt.
Soon to be. No.
Ducktown Dynasty, baby.
All right, go ahead.
I like Hunt, man. I think Jerome Ford just coming off injury, so they might not really go to him as often on the goal line and things like that. So
Yeah.
I think Hunt's the man, always been the man. I don't know why he didn't have a job for so long. He's never had a bad year or anything like that.
I mean, because the running backs, man, it's tough for them out here in the
I just
streets.
feel like you need him now more than ever.
Yeah. No, it's a good pickup for Cleveland. Aaron Jones, by the way, Mike LaFleur did say all systems go, no holding him back. So I want to throw that out there that, he probably was not.
They are a
100%.
different team. They are a different team with Aaron Jones being healthy.
Yeah. Moti, Kareem Hunt, Aaron Jones.
Kareem Hunt.
Kareem Hunt. There we go. So my wife said Hunt and Boyd, so she threw her answers out there too. By the way, my wife is like an 85% hit right now with.
I mean, she was the one really giving you all the advice.
Yeah,
Her
yeah.
and Amila.
I didn't listen to Hunt and Stevenson. I went Stevenson, and
See?
now it's like I literally told her which quarterback should I pick up in the free agency. So
Did she also tell you to make a trade with me?
no. She's actually stay away from Tony.
Oh, wow.
Don't make any trades with him.
Damn, cuz.
Yeah, for sure. Going back to the Lions situation, though, okay? I just want to throw this out there. We're 6-2. I was talking to Abe, your brother Abe, Cuzzo Abe, and, in the group chat, and we're 6-2, man. We, believe it or not, we had the top 3, and I believe it was the toughest schedule in the NFL. First 8 weeks of the season, how like the records are now. Not going into the year, but the way that the records worked out now. Now we have one of the easiest schedules in the NFL for the rest of the year. We have big question mark games are at Chargers, at Saints, and at Cowboys, and maybe at Minnesota. 4 question mark games to me that, will decide if we go from the number 1 or 2 seed to the number 3 or 4 seed. But I think the division, is in our hands no matter what. Guys, I'm telling you right now, I know we might not be as good as San Fran. We might not be good as Eagles. We could debate Dallas or Seattle. But I think a huge, huge thing that we need to look forward to is getting home field advantage in the playoffs, guys. Because you said the stadium was rocking. Sometimes that home field advantage is enough difference. If we can go 7-2 in 9 games, so let's say we lose to Dallas and then we slip up on 1 out of those other 3 games, which, by the way, we should be favored. We finished 13-4.
We need to be at home. Jared Goff is a different player at home than he is on the road, and the Detroit defense is just different.
Definitely.
AB's calling in. AB, talk to me.
I'm just calling in. I wanted to say what's up. How you guys doing?
Just checking in, making sure we all right, huh?
Boss looks amazing on the show.
Yeah.
Boss, what's up, Habibi?
I'm trying to keep your seat warm, my man.
Hey, Bosch.
No, Tony's in my seat.
Nebs, Tony.
Are we gonna do this live? Is this what we're doing live?
Hey.
Tony. Hey, Tony, I earned my seat.
All right, man. Listen, you're not here. Someone had to sit here. We could just couldn't put it, leave it empty.
Hey, Bosch is looking like a 30-20 right now, AB. That's what he's looking like right now. An easy 30-20.
Boss right now, coach of the year. What are you talking about?
Hey, AB, talk to me. Can you give us like a quick rundown of what went down this past Wednesday, and what's the
Oh wow, you're just right at it, huh?
Yeah, I was gonna call you personally, but since you're here and live, we might as well just share.
I'll tell you exactly what happened.
No problem. We had a game plan. We didn't really attack. I think personally it was an ugly game both sides. I do. I can't speak for the other team, but the way we played, the way they played, the way the score was, I don't feel like we both executed what we wanted defensively. We had opportunities. We had a lot of missed layups, missed buckets. Our offenses didn't move like we were the past 2 to 4 games. We did 75% of our defensive assignments. Shout out to Samir Jahmi. I don't know if he watches the show or not. He came up with a big game, 12 points. I want to say that was kind of the difference. Moti still doing Moti. Moti, don't let nobody tell you any different. I still can't believe Moti was in around at the end of the 4th early 5th game. I can't believe it.
It's typical. Moti's always underestimated.
Facts.
You know what, though? I'm glad to have him. I've said this once, I'll say it twice, and I'll say it another 100 times. The loss, I spoke to somebody that's sitting there in the panel, got a phone call, and the loss probably was the best thing. I would agree with that person. You don't want to go anywhere undefeated and not know where you stand and not know how you can handle the loss, especially with a newer team. It's different if we've been together for a season, 2 seasons, or something like that. But we got to figure ourselves out how we can respond after this loss. And I feel like talking to a bunch of the players, these guys are all ready. We drew the bye week for next week. Some of us do need to heal. A couple of us are playing through some injury, which is a much needed rest for next week. And let's watch the rest of the league play out. I know Nader's fighting for second, Billy's fighting for second. Team Sonny wants first place. They want to see us lose week 2, and if they can win both weeks, they're 8-2, we're 7-2, and they can steal first place from us easily. So everybody's got to come out and play the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, well said, AB.
Thank you, AB, man. I appreciate the phone call. Any final comments, final words?
No, I'm just trying to put together a couple last minute boom phillies.
Yeah, I see.
And,
I see. You sending them as we speak.
I got to get myself out of last place.
There you go. All right, AB. Thank you, man. I appreciate it, man.
You guys all have a wonderful day.
All right.
My man.
Free Palestine.
There you go. Free Palestine for sure.
Fine.
Bye.
Sorry, there you go. But I want to just quickly ask you guys this question about the trades. You know, we all seen the trades that went down. Leonard Williams went to Seattle. Chase Young went to San Fran. You know, we can include the Kevin Byard went to the Eagles, even though that was last week. And Sweat went to Chicago. I mean, I guess Chicago probably won't be in this conversation. But which team from the other three do you feel like got better the most, Moti?
Honestly, I want to say the 49ers, man. Because, you know, Bosa, to me, is not having a good year. You know what I'm saying? Not typical Bosa year. You know what I'm saying? And I think this is the same argument that I have for Hutch, you know, for the Lions. You know, teams are focusing on Hutch because nobody else is getting a rush.
Yeah.
You know, and that goes to the 49ers. 49ers, they're focusing on Bosa because there's not much pass rush, you know, out there. So for them to get Young, I think, you know, helps their defense out tremendously to me.
Tony, who you think is got a lot better since the trade?
I mean, 49ers basically, when I first looked at it, you know, them getting Young for a third rounder, but then if you don't sign with them, they get a compensatory pick. So, I mean, it's Bilash.
Yeah.
Bilash.
And I don't think he is going to sign with them unless he
It
goes
doesn't
off.
matter, bro. It doesn't matter at this point. I mean, their defensive line got better, and they didn't give up. They probably paid $500,000 for the rest of the season.
Roughly.
Yeah.
How about you, Bosch? Is the 49ers?
It's 49ers, man. Come on.
You know, Eagles' weakness was the secondary, by the way. They got Bayard, which is a solid pickup, too.
For sure, but it's not good. You win the game's won on the line, man. We know that.
Yeah, in the
Li-
trenches.
Look at the Lions, man. They're just went and got an offensive line now. They're the number one offensive line in the league, and they're running the ball with anybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? It goes
Yeah.
back to what Moti said, man. Teams are getting better. Scouting's getting better. You know what I'm saying? They're watching film. They're cheating off these defensive ends. And if there's no pressure on the other side, man, it's easy to game plan, bro.
That's one thing I wish the Lions did get was, you know, we got Donovan Peoples-Jones, too. I guess I should also mention that as well. But I wish we did get a rusher. That's you know, I feel like that's all we were missing.
Jalen Carter.
Yeah. You know, so,
That was still the pick. I don't care what anybody says because he's
Yeah.
causing havoc.
yeah, he is. And that's what we need, that interior pass rush. And, again, can help out Hutchison.
I'm telling you guys, the whole Jamison Williams, that is what, you know, probably had them away from Carter.
For sure.
They
Yeah.
can't take another risk like that. They
I
need to
understand
play
why
it
they
safe.
did it. I understand why
Yeah.
they did it. And now, like, let's say they had to reflect. Do you think they would admit that maybe they should have taken Jalen Carter? Or do you think they'll still stick to their guns and say, you know, we just had to do what we had to do?
I mean, now they know a little bit more about, you know, what his penalty is. I think they were worried about taking a risk. They took one with Williams, and they just couldn't afford to take another risk. How many risks can Brad Holmes take early in his, you know, tenure?
Yeah.
To kind of do that.
If you got, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying that I'm telling you, like, I really feel that if Carter wasn't in trouble, obviously he wouldn't have fell. But let's say that situation played out where he was in trouble and they didn't already take a risk on Williams, you know, the year before, you know, they probably still take that risk. They would go Carter.
I think it's unfair though because you know, although people always point to that pick with Brad Holmes' error, they forget the other things he's doing. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, you know, going back to like the Joe Dumars thing, right? You know, Joe Dumars did a lot of things, but he gets scrutinized for the Darko pick.
Where everybody else would have probably taken Darko.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
So again, I do agree that's the pick. You know, but I look at the other picks he made. Great picks.
Yeah, for sure. Like, I can't wait to, like, you know, Salt and Kitty. I'm kind of just waiting for where we have enough evidence to pull. That's our cousins who rip us every single week about the Jalen Carter situation. They say thank you to us. You know, they're
They're
Philly
from the
fans.
mean streets of Delaware.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but they're Philly fans and from Delaware, and they're also Baltimore fans and Redskins fans. I mean, Commanders fans and Giants fans. And
From Delaware.
yeah. So, long story short is, look at the overall
Dover.
draft. We had still a top 3 draft in the NFL to me.
Easily.
Yeah.
Like, I can guarantee you, like, why are they not talking about no other player from the Eagles? Like, who do they draft that was good other than Jalen Carter?
I was watching something, and they were saying the top 10 rookies, and they had Jahmyr Gibbs, and Sam Laporta.
And Brian Branch should be up there.
I'm sorry, Brian Branch. And Brian Branch.
All three of them.
All three of them in
Bro.
the top 10.
Bro, we're still waiting on Nakobe Dean.
Yeah?
Nolan Smith. That's another first round pick too. All right, Ziad Hadi, what's up, guys? Cream Hunt versus Cards, Madison versus Falcons. Start one. I think we're gonna all say Hunt.
Huh?
Huh?
yeah.
Huh. All right, Yusuf, we're gonna give the Balkan House a shout out, and then we are gonna have to fly through these games, these NFL games for this week, and then get your Boom Phillies ready too. So let's get that going. Shout out to the Balkan House.
You know what, Yusuf, man? I'm in the mood for some Balkan food.
Yeah, man, me too.
Well, you know, there's no better place to go for Balkan than the Balkan House restaurant. The Balkan House restaurant is famous for their doner kebab sandwiches. But did you know that the Balkan House now serves breakfast? Did you also know that all their food is 100% halal? There are currently 2 Balkan House locations, one in Hamtramck and one in Ferndale. But they now also have 2 food trucks, so you can book your next party or event with the Balkan House on wheels. If you're looking for a nice place to eat with friendly service and great prices, look no further than the Balkan House restaurant.
I don't mind.
Do you have Tyreek?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't mind.
Well, because Yusuf got him. All right, with that said, okay, let's fly through these games right quick. Just want to give you a quick update. 21-14, Kansas City's up with 1:10. Miami has the ball, 3rd and 10. They don't get a first down here. More than likely, that game is pretty much all but over. So we're going to break down each game one by one. Bosch, we just starts and sits. You know, players that you would start from each game. Anybody that you can come up with for that. So starting off with the best 1 o'clock game, Seahawks versus Ravens, 6-2 versus 5-2. Who are you starting for Seattle this week?
Kenneth Walker, man.
You got DK Metcalf. How about Lockett?
I like Lockett. I feel like he doesn't get as much attention as he used to. You know, he's always going to be a big play guy, and he was one of Geno's guys. You know, I like Lockett.
How about Geno?
I like Geno, man. I was a big Geno fan last year. You know, I picked him up on waivers. He did well for me. I feel like he's kind of gotten a little shaky over these last 2 games, but he's still a dog, man.
Would you start Jackson Smith and Jigba?
He's picking up, man. I know that's Moti's guy, man. He's picking up. He's picking up steam, bro.
All right, there we go. Tony, who you starting for Baltimore this week?
Andrews, Gus the Bus. Finally, I'm going to start him. He's kind of been sitting around. Obviously, Lamar and Zay Flowers.
All right, let's keep it rolling. Next game, Moti, we got the Cardinals versus Browns. I'm giving you Cardinals, Moti.
Cardinals, I'm going.
Nobody.
No.
I mean, Clayton Tune is, your boy.
Oh, my boy.
Trey
Chase?
McBride.
Chase
discovered
Edmonds?
him. I discovered
Trey
him, by the way.
McBride. I should have boom Philly him.
Hey.
I was debating it.
Hey, I discovered him last year, but you guys don't peep that out. But I picked him up again. McBride, solid.
Are you starting Keontae Ingram, the guy that Tony benched for Jared McKinnon?
What team he play for?
Cleveland Browns. I'm starting Hunt. I'm starting Ford. I'm starting
I don't know
Cooper.
why the hell I didn't start the Cleveland defense.
Yeah, Hunt, Ford, Cooper, and Njoku. I'll start Njoku this week, especially with buys happening, and he's actually been low-key heating up a little bit. Buccaneers, Texans, Bosch, Buccaneers. Who you started?
I like Baker. I like Evans. I like Rashad White.
How about Chris Godwin? Are you going with him or no?
No, I'm going to kick back on Chris Godwin this week.
Tony, Boom Philly, Tank Dell. Who else you got for Houston
I got
Texans?
Tank Dell, Singletary. I mean, if you got CJ Stroud, you ain't sitting him.
And Nico Collins, of course.
Yes.
How about Dalton Schultz? Would you start him?
I mean, you need a tight end? Go for it.
All right, Bears, Saints, Moti. You got another ugly one. You got the Chicago Bears.
Chicago Bears. Of course, DJ Moore. Is Fields playing? I think they said he's playing, right?
No.
Oh, he's out.
Yeah. How about Cole Kharet?
Nah, I ain't going with Cole, man.
You know he's the top 8 tight end right now.
Is he really?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm happy for him. But I'm going DJ Moore only.
Saints, I would go with obviously Alvin Kamara. I would go Chris Olave. I would go Taysom Hill if you're desperate for a tight end. He's been balling. And then Chiefs got the ball, by the way, and that game is pretty much over. With that said, Michael Thomas, I'll sit him. I'm not starting him this week. Vikings, Falcons, Bosch, Vikings. Who you got?
Vikings, Addison. I like Addison a lot.
Solid.
Even with Jaron Hall.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
swear Edison is solid.
Yeah.
Someone's got to eat. Hawkinson's probably on those checkdowns, and probably Madison.
Addison was, I believe, the 4th receiver, maybe the 3rd that went in the draft. And if we had to do it all over again, would you agree that he should have been the 1st receiver to be going in this draft?
Absolutely.
All right. Tony, Falcons.
Bijan, Kyler Pitts.
Kyle
Kyle
Pitts.
Pitts.
You're not. Yeah, I mean, who else, right? I mean, I don't know anyone else. Rams, Packers, Moti, Rams.
Rams. Rams. Stafford's not playing today. So
Ripping.
look for hopefully, of course, Cup. You starting Cup. You starting Nuka. Duka. What is it?
Puka.
Puka. But I'm gonna play Higbee today.
All right, Packers. I'm starting Aaron Jones this week and Watson if you have
These
to.
are some ugly games.
Yeah, some ugly games. Well, there's like one good game for each segment.
Window?
Yeah, each window, but then the rest of them are not so great, like the Commanders and Patriots. Commanders, who are you starting, Bosh?
Commanders, man. Dude, I don't even know, brother. The Commanders.
Dotson, I'm sorry.
I like
Curtis Samuel is out.
I
He's out.
Oh, he's out.
Yes.
Probably
Scary Terry?
Scary Terry.
I'm Boone Foley and Jamison Crowder, by the way. Projection only like 6.3, so, I'm trying to sneak in that.
Yeah, he could probably get a touchdown in there.
Yeah, he had like 9 targets. Don't do it. Don't do it, Tony.
Probably.
Like,
I
you're
didn't even
close.
know what team he plays for.
He had 10 targets. He had
That's crazy.
like 9 catches for 70-some yards and a touchdown last week.
Brian Robinson's always a hot commodity. He runs hard, plays well.
Patriots, Tony, who you starting? Are you starting?
Madre, bro, Kendrick Bourne,
Out.
he produces
Out for the year, 20 ACL.
when he plays. Okay? When he was there. Somebody got to pick up those targets.
Hunter Henry.
Hunter Henry, Boone Philly.
Demario Douglas.
Who?
Yeah. Colts, Panthers, 4 o'clock game. Let's see the 4 o'clock games. There's 3 of them.
God, these
and
are
they're ugly.
terrible.
Isn't the Cowboys on that for?
Oh, yeah, that's the only 4 o'clock game.
It's the only good.
I mean, that's the only good one. I'm sorry. There's 3 of them. That's the only good one.
Divisional.
Colts, Panthers, Moti. Who you starting for the Colts?
Colts. We're going Taylor. We're going Pittman, yeah, and
Are you starting Zach Moss?
I mean, I think you have to, man. I think you still have to ride Zach Moss. Pause.
Yeah. Panthers,
Big
I'm
general.
Yeah.
Josh John's picking it up too, man.
Panthers, I'm just going with Chuba Hubbard. That's about it. Oh, Adam Thielen too, of course. Adam Thielen. Giants, Raiders, Giants.
Giants. Oof.
Waller's out. Only Barkley.
There's Saquon. That's about it.
That's about it. Raiders.
You got to go Devontae, Jacobs. That's, yeah.
The interim
I
coach.
can't even do Myers.
Interim coach is Antonio Pierce, who was a linebacker for the Giants.
Yes.
From Detroit, right?
I don't know. He looked like he's from Detroit, though. See that speech that he was giving out there?
I'm sorry.
Man.
He's from Oakland. I'm sorry. He's
Okay.
from Oakland.
All right. Yep. That's pretty much it for those games. Cowboys, Eagles, Moti, Cowboys.
Cowboys. We're going Hanith. I'm going Pollard. And that's it.
Eagles, I'm going with, both receivers, A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith, Goddard, and you got to go Swift with Hurts. I mean, that's pretty obvious. I think you just pretty much start the fantasy relevant players there. And Bills, Bengals, Sunday Night Football. Bosh, who you got for the Bills?
The Bills, man. I'm going to go Josh Allen, Diggs, James Cook.
All right. How about you, Tony? Bengals?
The obvious. Mixon, Higgins, Chase, and Burrow.
All right, there you go. Moti, Chargers, Jets. Chargers are playing against the Jets at New York. Who you got for the Chargers?
I like that's Monday Night Football, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I like Keenan Allen, man. I got Herbert. I like Palmer.
Out.
He's out. He's
Yeah.
out?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everett.
I like Everett.
Austin Eckler. Yeah, you guys beat me on that. Boom, Philly. Tony got me on that one. I sent the message and then I realized Moti had him too. So because we can't go more than 2 people.
Yes.
Hey, I offered Sadak CD Lamb for Eckler.
Wow.
He said no.
All right. For me, for the Jets, I'm going Breece Hall, one of the hottest running backs. A guy that I tried to get since week 1. Salt, that famous line that I had about 3 pet peeves. Number 1 was it with him. Offered him great deals.
Oh, I offered him a great deal, too.
I don't think you offered him a better deal than I did.
Who you talking about?
I beg to differ.
After week 1, I offered them Herbert and Mostert for Breece Hall straight up.
Okay.
Who,
And
Andy?
after
Yes.
week 1,
69?
I told you, and I'm gonna be wrong, and that's what bothers me. As he said the line, "Oh, just because you're interested in him, I don't want to give him up."
Petty, bro.
Who said that? 69?
No, but
no, man.
Salt. And I was gonna be wrong, as you can see.
Clearly.
Yeah, but it's crazy.
Mostert
And Herbert.
and Herbert. Yeah.
Herbert was
For Breece.
RB1, man. He was on
Yeah.
his way. He was on
Yeah.
his way.
So Well, do we answer that?
I think I gave him. I gave him Burrow and Barkley.
No, you don't got Barkley, so don't lie. If you had Barkley, you wouldn't be trying to trade for a running back.
Nick Chubb.
Maybe, but you didn't do that. Tony don't do those trades, bro.
Hell no.
Tony does not do those trades. All right, with that said, I just want to quickly say boom Phillies. Get y'all boom Phillies out. Get ready for those. Bosch doesn't have to get his out. He's not like us. We have 20 of them, Bosch, but Bosch probably only had like 3 or 4.
I got 4.
Okay, he got 4. So Bosch, we'll start off with you as I get everybody else's ready.
I like Derek Carr
Oh,
against Indiana.
okay.
I feel like he's going to ball out.
I got to write these down so that we keep percentages. I got to go over that too.
I like Shuba Hubbard. I feel like he's getting the starting role.
I had him, then I took him out, man.
Yep. I like Tyson Hill, man. I feel like if he gets some snaps behind there, his projections are only 2.9, man.
Yeah.
So if he breaks 1, he definitely meets his mark. And then I like Douglas from the Patriots, man. I feel like somebody's got to eat.
Yeah.
You know, and you mentioned Mac Jones earlier, so I feel like someone's going to
Do well.
benefit from the opportunity there.
All right, there you go. All right, so you got Eric Ratonia. He has Zach Moss, Darrell Henderson, Jahan Dawson, Jaden Reed, and Dalton Schultz. A.B. Abraham has Taysom Hill, Saquon Barkley, Jake Elliott, Michael Pittman, Quentin Johnson, Gabe Davis, and Cleveland's defense. I have Brandon Cooks, Demario Douglas, Cordero Hodge, receiver for Atlanta. Derrick Henry, already boom Phillied him, by the way, in Thursday night. Dustin Hopkins, Dalton Kincaid, Odell Beckham. I think he's going to have a comeback week this week. He complained. Devontae Adams, Taysom Hill, Hunter Henry, and then I added Jamison Crowder. Khalid didn't do anything yet, and Jose hasn't done anything yet. Tony, go ahead with your boom Phillies.
I got boom Phillies, Wilson, Tank Dell, Kareem Hunt, Gerald Everett, Quentin Johnston, Chase Edmonds, Gus the Bus. We're not done yet. Rashid Shaheed, Jamal Williams, Justin Tucker, and Saquad.
All right, Moti, what you got for us?
All right, Play Dudes prime time. We have Buffalo versus Cincinnati, right? Sunday night. I'm going Dalton Kincaid, and I'm going Tyler Boyd.
Yep.
Cincinnati. Monday Night Football, we have the Chargers versus the Jets. I'm going Gerald Everett and Alan Lazard.
There you go. Moti only does primetime games, so shout out to Moti. Shout out to, again, our sponsors, the Balkan House, Juice Box, Qahwah House, BC Adhesives, Specialty Medical Center, Hanley International Academy, and Unique Coney Island. Be sure to follow us on all of our socials, YouTube, Oz Media, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, Oz Media. You can listen to this show later on Apple and Spotify podcasts under Oz Media. We're going to end this show off with what are we looking forward to the most for this week, fellas? I'll start off with you, Bosch. What are you looking forward to the most in week 9? It could be fantasy. It could be reality. What are you looking forward to?
Man, just the Lions, bro. I just want to constantly see that improvement, man. I finally feel like I'm a real fan.
Yeah.
You know, and I can kind of get away from the whole fantasy thing. It's my first time not being glued to fantasy this year.
Yeah.
I kind of love it because of Michigan and the Lions is
Been keeping it going.
Keeping it going. So I'm kind of dialing into that right now, man. I'm loving it.
Tony, what you looking forward to?
Wednesday, we have a chance to go into the LOL League with Nader Nation, Billy Buckets. We get this out the way, and then we play Team Sunny again. Hopefully, inshallah, we go for the 2 seed.
I mean, I never seen anybody so excited to be Cal Naughton.
What?
Talladega Nights, if you're not first, you're last.
Second,
second place.
There you go.
Second seed.
Second
It's
place.
very different than
Second place.
second place.
I just want to say this. I'm looking forward to the big matchups this week. I'm trying to see who's going to win these games. So far, Kansas City won. And,
Shake
of course,
and bake.
after a big trade,
Shake and bake.
I'm looking forward to see the players that are now on my team as well. Moti, what are you looking forward to the most?
I'm looking, of course, for some wins for some fantasy and watching on Wednesday, see how the seedings turn out.
There we go. We hope that you enjoy this episode. Shout out to Bosch, as always.
Thanks for having me.
Coming on and does his thing talking. We hope that you enjoy the show. We'll see you all next week, Sunday.
And Moti is shook after that loss.
Why?
I'm starting to sense a doubt.
Never. I'm not going to lie to you.
Be sure to tune in. We'll be live next